Hey guys, it's me. Just concluded a epic round of grocery shopping. We have a bunch of groceries in the car, and also some in the frunk, you know, because that's where you put stuff like that. I think we've got some bleach and some sodas up there. So, just wanted to give you guys a quick update on a couple of things. We have the spec house under contract for $239,500. That includes a $2,500 utility. I say utility. It's appliance allowance. That should get us where we net after commissions and everything, right around $60,000, which is a pretty good outcome on that one. A couple of quick other notes that we've got. Caroline and I are going to be selling our existing home and moving into another one. We've been in this house for right around 4 years. So 2017, I think, is when we bought it. Yeah, so 2017 through to, 2018. So 3 years. We've been in it almost 3 years to the day. In this home. We really like it, but we're expanding our family and we need a little extra room. Plus, with the businesses and stuff, I need a dedicated home office space, and my current office setup is such that it's like half living room, half Olivia's playroom, and half my office, which means it sucks at everything. It doesn't really fill the bill for any one particular thing. So we're working through that process. We were going to build a home. We'd had some architectural plans drawn up that were for a beautiful French country style home. Unfortunately, with the way the lumber prices are right now, it's just not feasible to build that one. What we're going to end up doing instead is we're going to take advantage of the low interest rate. We're going to go ahead and pick up a home that's an upgrade, and our strategy will be live in that one for 3 to 5 years, pay it down, and then look at repositioning with the help of, a sell-off of one of the commercial properties or something along those lines. We'll be able to come through and knock out our forever home build, as it were. And I'll walk you guys over the plans on that and kind of give you a quick overview of what we are planning on doing, and see if that's something that fits. Like, if that's something that might work for one of you all. You might be in a position where you're looking at building your forever home, and you're ready to start building a lever to shift your life with. So unfortunately, I'm not quite there. My forever home has, it's pretty decently sized. I think with the basement and everything, it comes out to about 7,500 square feet, which would put it squarely in the just below mansion size. I don't think I'll ever be the guy that has a quote-unquote mansion. However, I do have some things that I like that take up a considerable amount of space, specifically my firearms collection and my cars. So, you guys have seen, I enjoy cars. I'm looking at going to, let me clarify that. I am going to be looking at a 2019 Gt3 Rs in Lizard Green. It's one that, if you are familiar with any of the other iterations of Gt3 Rs's, it's always known as a Kermit. It's a Kermit color, but it's a VSAC package. Gt3 RS, steel brakes, I believe. I can't remember if it's PCCBs or steels. I don't even know if that was an option on the Gt3 Rs. Anyway, it's one of those it's one of those cars that if I wanted to take it to a track day, it would not look out of place at all. You know, the R8 on the track, it's a good car. It's just not quite as track focused. It's a good all-round car. It will do everything well, as evidenced by my grocery run today. You know, it's one of those cars, if you wanted to drive it for 4 hours, you could do that. I did that. I took it on a trip down to Dallas to see one of my developer buddies. You know, we had talked a little shop, dropped him a check for my part of a deal, and you know, kind of went on the way about it. And he got to ride in the R8 for a little bit and have a little bit of fun. So you know, it's one of those scenarios where having the R8 it's very nice. I would like something with an equivalent sense of occasion, because I feel like I'm going to be driving my truck a lot more, and so you know, I want something that I can get in and enjoy some zing, you know, and not feel like I'm trapped in a truckish vehicle all day every day. Now, my wife has a new Escalade. We're going to be buying a new house. I've got 2 commercial projects coming up. I'm not sure that the banks will allow me to unload that much debt after just unloading another $2 million, you know, without some serious checking. They're going to want, I mean, you know, they're going to want all my every bit of everything that they need to see on my balance sheet. And so what I'm probably going to end up doing is phasing this. I probably won't be picking up the Gt3 Rs this go round. I'll probably wait for the next one to come in. You know, it's a 2019, so it's a 991.2. Probably one of the best looking cars out there. Very reminiscent front end wise of the 997.2s. You know, it's not the smiley one of the 997.1s, but it's very, very much like the 997.2s without the weird chin jut thing of the 991.1s. So that's kind of the break on that. Get you guys a quick update for what we're doing on that. Project 2 is advancing. Had a phone call with an engineer for getting site plan wrapped up for that. We've had quick discussion on Project 1, and we should be pouring concrete next week. For that, we had a little bit of a weather delay this week. Project 3, we are sending LOI for that one post haste, so we should be firing those two projects pretty quickly. Now, talking about funding and financing for those, you know, this is always a trick with bigger deals. How are you going to fund it? Like, how are you going to handle the you know, the cash flows and that stuff on a project of that size, especially when you're talking about having 3 that are in the construction phase, probably at least for a month simultaneously. The way that you handle that is you present the banks the best deal that you can give them, and that is you're showing up with a property that is, you've got a plan to put it in place, you have the ability to execute that plan, and it's 100% pre-leased. So that's the key on this, is getting these projects at least 66% pre-leased, but most likely 100% pre-leased, so you can say, hey, you know, even from the jump, it's going to be cash flow neutral, and we know we're going to lease this other space up. Or you can say, you know, this thing is 100% pre-leased, like, I have tenants ready to go. If you don't fund it, another bank will. So do you want me to go to another bank, or do you like my green money? And most of the time, those banks will say, we like your green money, we like this deal because it's 100% pre-leased. Now, whenever you say 100% pre-leased, I'm talking about national credit tenants. Like, basically, you're getting corporate guarantees on the lease term that are from tenants or corporations that have at least a B credit rating. So, preferably triple B credit rating. So, that's a credit tenant. Their bonds or their debt is considered investment grade. Now, we could quibble about, hey, are they actually investment grade? What does their balance sheet actually look like? What's their exposure to Corona, to internet competition, etc., etc.? We're not getting into that. I'm going to tell you what I do. I look for brands that are internet resistant or internet proof. So places like haircut places. You can't go get a haircut from a drone or on the internet. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Food places. We're not at the point where you can do drone delivery of food. However, even whenever we get there, it's not like there's going to be one commercial kitchen. No, it's going to be the same places that have brick and mortar drive-through and walk-in service, but they'll have a drone delivery system, or more likely it'll be just a continuation of like Uber Eats or one of those services. There's 100 of them. So that's what I say when I say internet proof. Mobile carriers, they already own, how do I put this? They're not going to compete with themselves online whenever they can sell a higher markup in a brick and mortar retail. Now, I'm not saying that at some point they won't be able to compete with themselves by offering an online option, but right now, like, you still have to go in the store. It still requires what I'm going to call a retail monkey to set it up. And I say that, I use that term, it's not derogatory, it's just saying, like, it requires someone to put hands on the device to set it up. So that's kind of what we're at, and kind of what I'll look for on these deals. So I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.